Mabudu's movies naturally just has star-studded everywhere but whack storyline. I mean, look at Ramsey Noah. He literally played a bodyguard. At the point where I saw that Joker Silva was in this movie, it was up until episode 4. I was like, wait, what? Well, to rate this movie out of a 5. Hey homie, welcome back to my channel. How it wasn't happening. My name is Omi Odike Nwachuku and this is Talk to Your Homie TV, my darling. Hey, I love to give very sweet and juicy gist too, and I enjoy Nigerian movies a lot, and every time I find a good movie I always come and give you guys the tea, and that was how I spent the last how many hours of my life watching Blood Sisters. As I was watching it, I was just like, I cannot just come and talk about this movie because it was so dope. Blood Sisters is Nigeria's first original series on Netflix. It was produced by Ebony Life Studios in conjunction with Netflix. I've been thinking, Omi, do you want to give spoilers or you don't want to give spoilers? I really don't know. People that came to my DM to say, Omi, give us gist, I kind of feel like deep down in your heart, you want me to give you spoilers, Sha. Okay, so you know what? I'll be borderline. I will talk about the movie in a way where if you watch my video, you will still need to watch the movie because nothing I can say can interpret the movie as compared to watching it verbatim. Yeah. Before I start talking, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Yeah. Let's discuss Blood Sisters. It's a 4-episode Nollywood movie and it was so good. Let me tell you why I was not surprised that this movie was good. Because of Mwabudu coming to, Mwabudu's like the owner of Ebony Lives, right? The moment she came to apologize for Chief Daddy 2, I knew that if she's going to spend time apologizing and the next movie that she drops is not good, the woman will just lose her whole credibility. Mwabudu's movies naturally just has star-studded everywhere. Outfit, production is bam, lighting and things, but the storyline will be so dead. So the moment Chief Daddy 2 came out and she came to apologize to us that, oh yeah, don't worry, I hear you guys, I understand. I knew that the next thing she was going to drop for us would be dope, and Blood Sisters was the next thing, and it was so dope, man. Next thing I'll talk about is the fact that somewhere in my head, I kind of just expected it to be like a remake of the old school Blood Sisters. When I was younger, there was a movie called Blood Sisters, right? That movie was so big about Genevieve and Omotola, and it was even a movie that promoted so much hate to the point where I think that was where the public said to assume that they had strong beef. I kind of just felt like they were going to go that the route Child's of Play has been doing, remaking old movies, but I was surprised because it was not that at all. Now, Blood Sisters is about two friends who really prove that blood is thicker than water, yes, but there are people in your life who are just better than brothers and sisters. They will hold you up till forever. That was exactly what this movie was about, do you understand? And the sisters were Sarah, who was played by Inidima Okoje, and Kemi, who was played by Nancy Isime. One friend just went through a series of abuse. You know when, and this is just summary, but I promise you, you have to watch it because I'll try not to tell you the important things here. But you know when you're poor, or like a poor person is married into a rich family, yeah, and then the family, they're fully aware that everything about you is poor. That was exactly the lady's story. She was poor and thin, and she had to deal with so much abuse. I love the fact that all 4 episodes, guy, will keep you at the edge of your seat. Like, I was just shouting, hey, all through. The suspense was just intriguing and thrilling and sweet and most welcome because as in every scene had its own amount and level of suspense that I just appreciated a lot. You really want to know what's going to happen to the girls. The whole chase was just mad. And I love how there were so many big, huge, prominent actors, but they all acted their roles well. It wasn't crowdy. It didn't look like anybody was hustling for like scene or spotlight. No, everybody did what they were supposed to do in a sweet way possible. Like at the point where I saw that Joker Silva was in this movie, it was up until episode 4. I was like, wait, what? Amazing. Ramsey Noah is one person who I have to talk about his role. I mean, look at Ramsey Noah. He literally played a bodyguard. I can count how many times Ramsey Noah spoke in this movie. Maybe like 10 or 15 times in the whole of 4 episodes. She gets, but he was present. Like, even though he did not really talk, but like all through, you will know that Ramsey Noah is there. Maybe that's why he's still relevant till today, because he understands how to act the role well. Every character in the movie was very intentional. There was no waste of character at all, to the point where even like the girl, Sarah, she was supposed to be married to this guy, Kola. Now, Kola's family was just, you know, when you see rich man from outside, you go, they envy them, like, oh, I wish I were. But by the time you enter into that house and see the nonsense going down in that house, my sister, you will like this point that you are in. Obviously, you will, because now the camera now goes into like Kola's family, and the rubbish happening there was just, but every character in that family came to play the right role. So Kola has like 2 siblings here, his brother and his sister. His sister was like, a druggie, but you see that druggie character, they just kept on establishing her. Her name in the movie was Timeni. It was played by my girl Genoveva Ume. Big ups that girl. I know her. But I mean, I'm not trying to come and brag like I know her. Why I say I know her, because I've seen that girl push herself till she landed this role. And I pray, because obviously she did a good job, that better roles are going to come for her. You get? But back to it, yeah. It was just a build up. Like when it was now her time to shine in episode 4, like towards the end, you could see why they gave us that character in the first place. I love the part where, like, when they were doing their whole wedding reception, yeah, when she stepped into the place and was just like, man, everybody, how far? And you know, a rich man, they want to lie, oh, that, you know, she just came from the UK for her studies. She was like, wait, what studies? Everybody here knows that I went to the rehab, right? Like, I just liked how she did not really come a lot, but every time she came, it was like a burst of fresh air. As in, anybody who has watched this movie would testify in the comment section. That Timen's character was just so good. Now let's talk about like some errors that I saw in the movie. This particular segment of this video, yeah, I tried not to even talk about it, because when I see a movie that wows me, I feel bad when I start to pinpoint things that did not really work. But the first thing that I was just like, okay, why didn't you guys just tie this end now? What's up? The casting, yeah, it was good. It was good casting, but Uduak was played by Kate Henshaw. Kate Henshaw was the mother of Kola, that's Deyemi, mother of Gabriela Folayo, and mother of Genoveva Ume, Kate Henshaw. Sarah's mother, Inidima's mother, Uche Jumbo, and they did not even try to touch her face in any way, shape, or form. I mean, they gave her, you know, an obvious old woman wig to wear almost all the scenes, yes, but it still looked like Uche Jumbo. Uche Jumbo's real life, Uche Jumbo's child is like, I don't even think the son is a teenager. Do you get me? Like, just a little touch on makeup, I would have said, okay, fine, because it's also possible to have a mother who looks young and 10 years, but do you get me? Like, if I touch, I'm small, yeah. And then another thing that was just the acting scene. I don't know, man. They tried. I just wished some scenes were just normal. Do you get me? Like how the Blade guy, yeah, imagine you hire an assassin to come and kill somebody. Every time the camera is on the assassin, do you get me? He's giving you all this vibe like, oh mom, me badass, I go, and then he now goes, and then the groom just beats him anyhow. Like, literally, it wasn't like the groom even, he just beats him. Like, see, it's possible, Sha. No, I will not lie, it's possible, because the assassin doesn't know. You know how they say on the street, right? Everybody, they fear everybody. You don't know what I carry from my body, so you have to fear me the same way I'm fearing you, right? So it's possible. Some acting scenes just did not look real to me. Especially Ramsey Noah's it just. But like I told you, I try not to put down movies like this because I love the movie. So let's just move on. Yeah, now let's talk about the acting of everyone. The people that did it for me in this movie a lot is, first of all, Genoveva Ume. I loved her character. She's a druggie in the movie, and she played that role so well. She was able to interpret this heartbroken child. I mean, can you imagine? A child is literally weeping in front of her mother, even though I've seen it before somewhere. I swear I have, in real life. And when I saw it in real life, it's painful, but I wouldn't say it still. Anyways, crying in front of her mother, and her mother still says, "You're useless." Like, with so much, "You're useless." I was just like, wait, are you serious? Like, the emotions that was put on that girl to interpret, and the way she executed that role was just amazing. Gabriel Afolayan is one character or one actor that has proven to me that any movie he features in is a good one. He just acts so well. I really loved watching Gabriel Afolayan. I also loved watching him in this particular movie as well. It was so good. Kehinde Bankole, she was so beautiful in this movie. Even her outfit, she was giving us this very, sneaky. She has a bad agenda. All she wants is just to make money and have good sex. You get what I'm saying? And she did it so well. Like, she was literally the person controlling her family, her husband. Like, those wicked boss-ass women that are very ambitious, that can do whatever just to succeed or to get their end or to get their goal. Exactly, that was the role she acted, and she did such a beautiful job. Kehinde Bankole is one actress that I've been watching for a long time. I just don't know why she hasn't just puffed. Boom. Like, what's the problem? She's beautiful, she acts well, has a good body. Like, why is she not just like A-list? Because I don't think she's A-list right now, and I'm not trying to diss her, but like, you get me? Because if you watch this movie, tell me now, did you like her acting? Like, what's up? Why is she not A-list? I really want to know. Next person that I'm just like, okay, you know what? Let's talk about her acting is Inidima. Inidima is supposed to be the main character of this movie, right? She's the person who was supposed to be married to this scholar and the rich family. She's supposed to be the main star, but other people like shone more than her, and I cannot lie. Now, I'm not trying to diss her acting. Her acting was so good. I loved how Inidima was able to put out the emotions that Sarah was going through: abuse, domestic violence, like weak. You get me? When they've beaten you so much so that you don't even have any self-worth is on the floor. Like, she was able to pull the character so well. I loved it. My only problem with Inidima is that she's somehow entering into this space in acting, like in acting or in the whole scene here, in the whole industry. It feels like real life. Because I follow her on Instagram, yeah. She's a sweet girl on Instagram. She gives me like a sweet vibe. The kind of girls are like, they're just very happy and chummy and laughing. And that feels like her real life. So when I watch this movie, she did a beautiful job. I can't lie. But I still feel like I would love to see Inidima in a role that will really, really, like, it's like out of her comfort zone. I mean, I'm sure she had to channel, being abused. I'm not trying to diss this one. No. I loved her acting here. I just really, really wish I could just see Inidima play something that is not the good girl. That's it. Every time, just the good girl, the happy girl, the charming girl, the lovely girl, the lover. Give me something. I want something. Like, you get me? That's what I feel, Sha. Now, the next person I'll talk about is like my second best character in this movie, and it was who will I give? In fact, let me tell you, my top two is between Nancy Sime and Kate Henshaw, and I'm not going to give anybody in particular. I think they're just number ones for me. It's a tie. Do you get me? Yeah. So let's talk about Kate Henshaw first. Yeah. Kate Henshaw is giving me goosebumps. Oh my gosh, she acted that role so well. Imagine when she's crying, that she just heard that her son might have sent someone to kill her other son, and she's hurting. When somebody now comes to console her, like, don't cry, like, it's an emotional point. Kate Henshaw will still find a way to suck up the whole tears and look at her and say, if you think this changes anything, you're lying. As in, hey, I say this woman is a witch. What is this? Like, burst my brain. No, she killed it. And let me tell you, like, just her presence, she knew how to act this Cruella de Vil kind of person. Even her costume, oh my god, the person that handled the costume of this movie, she was pulling red carpets, costumes and looks every scene, man. When she steps down, what are you telling me? Don't joke with Kato. As in, I loved how she was hurting and mourning. You would never even expect it, but she would just scream so loud. Can you see my face? She would just scream so loud. As in, oh gosh, Kate Henshaw was the person that carried this movie a big. The movie wasn't supposed to be about her. Do you understand? She wasn't supposed to be the star of this movie, but if you put Kate Henshaw in a movie and you tell her what to do, just best believe that she's going to give you 150. So if you are the main character of the movie, honey, you better prepare for 160 to finish Kate Henshaw, because what? Won't finish the work. In fact, to me, she's my best. I cannot lie, best. But now the next, my second person, let's talk about Nancy Simmer. This movie, I believe, was made for Nancy Simmer. I've watched Nancy Simmer's movie, obviously, like more than once. But you see this particular one, oh my gosh. The way Nancy Simmer's instincts were just moving so far. Like, Nancy Simmer felt like she is Kemi. There were times where I was catching her and Ini, because you know they're the friends here. They're in the car, they're driving. I will see Ini's eye look at the camera more than 4 times, like mistakenly. Nancy Simmer was looking dead end to whatever she needed to look at. Like, she did not sleep for 1 second. Like, from the moment where she pulled the first trigger, till the end of the movie, Nancy Simmer kept on giving us a ginger, badass, I think on the spot, I can be a criminal if I want to be. Do you know? As in, she was so beautiful in this movie, man. See, after this movie, it clearly say Nancy go get roles, and the fact that the movie is now on Netflix, is a global platform. Like, are you joking? Oh my gosh, she killed it so well. Even like when she was hot on her body. Nancy is good. Please, see this movie, Kate Henshaw carried the movie from start to finish. But Nancy, the movie was made to just sell Nancy. You know, like every big movie is made to sell one person. That's what I feel. Or maybe more than one. Depends on how many people in the movie act very well. This movie was made to sell Nancy, and Nancy just sold it so well. She's a natural, like she brought it out natural. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you have not seen Blood Sisters, you want to go and watch it. It was worth every minute I spent on it. I cannot lie, it's a very interesting one. It make you proud of Nigeria. I'm happy that it was all Nigerians. It was a good movie, man. You should watch it. If I was to rate this movie out of a 5, in all sincerity, I'd give it a 4, man. I'll give it a 4. In fact, I'll give it a 4.5. How about that? Yeah, because I was really wild. I can't lie. Some people were saying it was overhyped. I don't think it was overhyped at all. I think he was hyped, and he met the hype, if you ask me. But what do you think? If you've not watched the movie, tell me. If you've not watched the movie really, and you heard my whole like analogy here, do you now want to watch the movie? Let me know. And if you watch the movie, do you agree with me? Is it a 4.5, or should we give it like a 4? Or like, Naomi, you're just joking, is it 1? If you're a hater, that is. Tell me what you think about the movie in the comment section, my darling. I love you so much. Don't forget to please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. You mean the world to me, my darling. Have a good time. Bye.